When I wake up in the morning and the minutes in the morning, and then I'm gonna lift some weights. Then I go to the store and get something to eat. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna beast her cheeks. It's alright, cause it's Baba Tuesday. Yeah.
On me like it's 9-9. Wow, wow, like a Bible from the 9-9. Hit you with the 99 like it's
Prime time.
had to hit that shit like
9 times. Hey. Damn. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday the 19th. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's Friday the 19th. It's feeling great outside. Yes, it's not an optical illusion. You know how the sun is out and then it's cold out, but then it trick you. But now the sun is out. It's warm. I'm feeling good, feeling great. Had a good workout today. We hit lats and shoulders. We split back in 2 days. We do mid back and lower back, and then the next day we do lats, right? So, and with the mid back and lower back we do triceps, and with the lats we do shoulders. Man, I was beast in the gym. Like, we're doing 5 sets of 5. I did a standing Arnold press up to 85 5 times, and there's no this ain't no push jerks or nothing. No, this is just straight shoulder power, you know what I mean? So my last set with 85, man, I'm pretty proud of myself. I think I can go higher, so we'll just see how next week pans out, if we still do that workout next week. Before we get into all the malarkey, just want to give thanks to my creator. Thank you for waking me up today. Thank you for waking these guys up today. And it's just the little things that count, you know. Can't ask for much. The rest, we just got to go up, get up, get out, and get it, right? But thank you for waking me up. And it's crazy because I look at every day like a new opportunity, because you never know. It is so random. It's so crazy, you know. And am I an optimist? Yes, to a point. But at the same time, I think that if you envision and you put work into what you envision, the shit will come true. It might not come the way you want it to come, but it will come. So, goals. That's what we're going to talk about today. But first, I kind of want to do a recap on going to sleep while I'm hungry and having nightmares. Like, I went to sleep last night and it wasn't a nightmare. It just was I don't remember what it was, but it was a crazy kind of dream. It was just crazy, right? Swing, swing, swing. How many maybe love and in the low key. Alright, so goals. Here are some trials and tribulations I've been through and I'm going through right now, pertaining to goals, dreams, and aspirations, right? A lot of us are sheep, so we're gonna follow the trend, right? We're gonna kind of play it safe. We're gonna copy other people, almost exact word for words. That's what, for instance, is an analogy. Some of these rappers out here sound the same. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, but I think that you have to separate yourself to stand out, to be different, to be yourself, right? Be yourself, right? But if you just so happens to sound like somebody else, you sound like somebody else. So let's take that in consideration with any other, I guess, industry you go into. You got to be yourself. First and foremost, you got to be true to yourself. You can take aspects from different people, what they went through and what they're kind of doing, but you apply it to yourself and to your own honor of code, right? So, first, be yourself. If you have to stand alone and be that lone wolf, be that lone wolf, because guess what? You be that lone wolf long enough, them sheep will come. Because people And when I say sheep, I'm not talking about the fans. I'm talking about the people who like kind of peep what you're doing. They think it's lame, but then all of a sudden they're like, okay, I see what he's doing. Okay, that shit's cool. And then they jump on the bandwagon. Just like how Pharrell with a big ass Smokey the Bear hat, and people were just making fun of that. And then now look at people. People are wearing a smaller size of that, but people are rocking those hats. It's crazy because Pharrell has been so ahead of everybody else, so influential. Like, I'm sorry, but I think a lot of people are just now catching up to what he was doing 10, 15 years back, right? So be yourself. Speak truthfully, right? Because no matter what you say, you can say a lot of bullshit, but guess what? People will call you out on that bullshit, and people, the true people who are not just so caught up into the smoke and mirrors that you portray, people feel what you're talking about. So if you're talking all that bullshit, like, people will know, and people will start feeling that, and the next thing you know, when shit really hits the fan and you haven't been truthful, then then that's when Rome falls, right? That's when Rome falls. So be truthful. Keep your circle small, right? You can just have a core group of people who are like-minded and or they challenge you, right? And they bring maybe another set of qualities that you don't have. So that kind of piggybacks on being truthful to yourself, right? Being truthful to yourself, you got to find out what your strengths and what your weaknesses are. Then if you find somebody that is your yang to your yin, then you guys come together. But you have to make sure they're on the right page with you and they see your vision, right? That's why I always say, whatever your passion is, you do that passion, and always have that going on in the background. Just because if shit hits the fan, you always have that going on. So, because to be honest with you, in whatever industry you're going to get into, it's going to be a give and take. And sometimes people take more than they give. Some people deliberately take advantage of other people. Some people, you just get the short. It's business. You get the short end of the stick, right? But if you are always nice and aggressive at the same time, not passive aggressive, you're nice, like you're not there to take advantage of the situation, but also you're a go-getter, and you can, if it comes to it, rip somebody's head off. Then I am sorry about that. Ran out of space, and I didn't learn about that until I went to Walmart and kind of checked where my footage was at and everything like that. So I forgot where I left off at, right? But let's see. I'm just gonna try to pick up. Man, I was on a roll too. Like, stuff was just coming out. I was feeling it. I was in the moment. But guess what? I'm gonna get back into the spirit of things. Okay. So if I don't know where I left off, I'm just gonna pick back up. All right. If you take anything away from what I'm going to say in this video, just remember this: whoever you work with or work alongside with, and this is what keeps me in check, they can become your, I hate to use the word enemy, but they can become your arch enemy. No, but for real, like, whoever you work with, just remember in the back of your mind that things can go sour, and they can become your enemy. So I always think about that, that's always in my back of my mind. So, like, it's at the end of the day, and this is why I don't really like to go into business with family, because they really try to take advantage of, like, different emotions and stuff, not all families, but like I just don't like to mix that, and unless we are exactly on the same page, or they can, yeah. If we're exactly on the same page, then yeah. But if we're not, no, right? Because you can tell them to fuck off, and the next thing you know, you got to be at the family reunion with this motherfucker. You know? Now I'm just playing. But whoever you work alongside with, they can turn against you. Simple as that. It's business at the end of the day. People grow apart. Some people, unfortunately, are mischievous, and they will try to use your phobias or your weaknesses against you, right? So just keep that in the back of your mind, that your best friend that you're working alongside with right now on projects or whatnot, they can turn against you. You know, at the end of the day, especially when money comes into play, because I got a lot of people out there that owes me some money, some serious dough, but I'm not gonna listen, man. I don't want to have somebody put money on my books, so it's not even worth it. But when money comes into play, people start getting that greed starts lurking, you know what I mean? Or you might feel like, yo, like I've been doing all the work, like seriously, like I'm not even being cocky or anything, but I've been doing all the work and everything, and these people actually been slacking. So now they're gonna get paid for my hard work, you know what I mean? So that's why I don't play no games, man. You got to carry your own weight if you fucking with me. You got to provide. You got to provide something. If it's helping me become creative, if it's helping me learn different stuff, if I feel like you're really genuine, because for instance, I know when people are bullshitting. I just know it. You know what I mean? But sometimes I see where it's gonna go. Sometimes I just cut people off right there. You know what I mean? So what? Keep your circle small. Know who you are. Know that at any given point, especially when money and contract comes into play, people start acting fickle. They start acting funny. Have a plan, right? Have a plan, but just know that sometimes you can't stick to that plan, and things will happen that maybe will push you forward in your plan, or maybe we'll have to take a step back, or maybe you have to take baby steps, right? But have a plan, but know that, hey, it's not just a straight path. You're gonna have ups and downs. Success is like that Vivian Green. I keep on saying Vivian Green, the emotional roller coaster. You know, it's gonna be tips and turns, whips and burns. You know, hopefully not rug burns, depending on your code of honor. Ain't no rug burns over here. Yeah, it's just crazy. You gotta watch out for people who you just gotta look for signs, you know. And sometimes it's actually beneficial for you to get burned a couple of times, because, and I'm not saying just let people take advantage of you, but it's almost like this, right? Here's another analogy. You know how you get in an argument with somebody and then it's over with, but then you think back and like, oh shit, I should have said this, that, and this, but you didn't say it at the time. It's kind of like that. Once you get burned, like in business or in a business relationship, you sit back and then you can pick out the signs, right? So next time you can pay attention to what's really going on next time you get involved with somebody, right? So, or get involved with the company, you know. When money comes to play, have a legal representative right there, you know, that can help you look through the contract, educate yourself on the contract, you know. Financial advisor. I believe people, I don't care how much money you make, man. You can sit down and you can see where your funds is coming and going. You know what I mean? I don't know if you need that. Maybe in the beginning and you can like learn from them and then you do what you do. But you know, if you don't have to feed somebody and you can feed yourself, do that. You know, do that because hey, a lot of people's gonna take advantage. When money starts coming into play, you know, they're gonna be cooking the books. You don't want nobody cooking the books on you, right? So just take that. Hopefully you take this shit into consideration, you know, and hopefully, and this is just stuff that I go through and the stuff that I think about, you know, because I'm a nice fellow, right? And yes, I've been taken advantage of, and yes, I taught people how to take advantage of me, but then I woke up and I was like, yo, no. Luckily, no big money was involved. It was just my time. But now I know my time is valuable. You know, my time is priceless. You know, so I don't waste time. You know, I don't waste time, especially like if I'm doing something and you're not paying me. Yo, it's my time. You know. But with that said, like right now, I'm politicking, baby. You know, 2017, yeah, people gonna know about me. But it's 2018, that's when shit's really gonna be popping. But I'm politicking right now. I know how to play the game, and I'm still learning. I don't know everything. But find you a mentor as well. Find you a mentor, and also hang around with people who have achieved goals that you want or trying to pursue those goals. Because it's just, here's another analogy. Yo, if you have a girl and she hangs around with nothing but hoes, most likely your girl is a hoe. If you hang around with people and they're doing nothing but eating potato chips and just wasting time, guess what? You most likely are going to just be eating potato chips, ordering pizza, and just wasting time. But if you stick around people who are about that grind and about, you know, making money to push them into the goals that they want, you do that. And or if you hang around people who have already done that and they're just kicking you game, kicking you knowledge, because people who are very successful, they like to talk. You know what I mean? That's why it's paid. And it's crazy because you don't have to directly talk to these people. Like you can look at any interview with like successful people like Puff to damn near just anybody who's successful, and they'll kick knowledge. So use this digital era for your benefit. And if you happen to bump shoulders with these people who are at a successful at the success that you want, if you're lucky to bump into them and ask them a question, pick their brain, man. They'll talk to you, you know, because it's crazy. Millionaires talk to billionaires, right? So if you talk to a millionaire that's talking to a billionaire, you're gonna get the millionaire's perspective and the billionaire's perspective. Boom, case open, case closed. You're good to go, right? So just invest in yourself. Invest in yourself, because nobody can take you as a person away. Nobody can take that away. You can, if you give up you, then you shouldn't. If you sell your soul, sell your soul. If you sell you, then you're one of those people that are grimy and probably will backstab anybody. But if you are true to yourself and you invest in yourself, your mind, body, and soul, if you become your brand, right? If you want to start your own movement, start it with yourself. You be the face of it. You do that. It's you. Then people will buy into you, thus buy into your brand. But if you start out with the brand first, and this is my whole thing, because I've been through that. If you start off with your brand first, and people buy into the brand, they don't know nothing about you. But I've been behind the scenes for so long, and I have so many skill sets. I think it's the right time this year to actually show people what the hell I'm doing and what I'm about. So I'm investing in myself. Because nobody can take my originality, me as a person. Nobody can take that out of any kind of equation. Because I'm not going to sell myself. No. Watch, when I make that first 200 million, y'all gonna be saying I changed. Yeah, probably so. Who knows? But anyways, with that said, I'm gonna say this: learn as much as you can. Become your own guru, because nobody knows your body better than you do. I'm your host, Baba Tuesday. Hey man, I'm not really here to like fucking just sell you a dream or whatnot, man. I'm just here to help. At the end of the day, I'm here to help. I'm not trying to lead anybody in the wrong direction. You know, you might not agree with everything I say, but hell, the shit that I do comes from the heart. It comes from the cortisol. Cortisol, that's Spanish for heart. Peace.